Hello everyone, this is Govind Krishna and let me welcome you to yet another episode of your very favorite auto show, Green Signal. Today I am here at Kaizen Motors, which is at Vaitala, Ernakulam. This is the first of its kind official Royal Enfield showroom in Kerala. I mean, you can look around and you can see that you get everything related to the brand here. You get apparels, accessories, and you get boots, and of course the bikes as well. So if you want to have a Royal Enfield experience rather than just buying the bike, you should definitely visit this showroom here at Vaitala, Ernakulam. In today's episode of Green Signal, I have for you the details about the new Enfield Classic 500, and in the car segment I have the details about the new Jetta facelift. Royal Enfield needs no introduction in India. It represents a class of bikes here, and their newest offering is Classic 500. Now this fills the gap between the regular Royal Enfield and the Royal Enfield Thunderbird. So will Classic 500 be able to make a long-lasting impression just like its other siblings? Let's find out. Now, speaking about the design and styling of the Classic 500, just give this bike a look and you will instantaneously get to know why it's been named Classic. Now this is a perfect blend of vintage and modern styling, and apart from that, if you look at it, you would find that this actually resembles the early age bullets. Now this is a Classic Desert Storm 500. Now we have three different variants in Classic 500. One is a regular, then the Classic Desert Storm, and then a completely chrome plate, the Classic Chrome 500. As I said before, look at this bike and you would get to see the vintage and modern styling in a perfect blend. The circular headlight and twin eye lamps give it a bullet look. The headlight is surrounded by chrome and also features a tiny chrome visor at the top. Front telescopic forks are semi-body colored, while their lower section is chrome finish, which suits its chrome spoke wheels. It has a full-size mudguard which covers most of the part of its front wheel. Its round-shaped rear-view mirrors and orange-colored side indicators which add sparkle to this bike. Move to the side of this bike and its classic styling continues. The tank is very simple and sits on the top of the steel engine. There are certain unique features in this bike which include single rider seat with coil springs and upswept silencer. It has an extremely long chrome finished muffler which differentiates it from its other siblings. Its rear mudguard carries nothing else than its number plate, tail light and rear side indicators. Its naked look at the back makes it an eye catcher. Other than this, the bike has body colored air filter and oval shaped toolbox. Like most of the bullets, you'll also notice naked analog instrument console in this bike. It has a circular port for its analog speedometer and odometer, which also houses other indicators. Just below on the right side of the speedometer, it has a small dial for its analog fuel gauge. Now, the Royal Enfield Classic 500 uses a fuel-injected single-cylinder 4-stroke 499cc engine that produces a maximum power output of 27.2 bhp at 5250 rpm and a maximum torque of 41.3 Nm at 4000 rpm. Now, this engine is mated with a 5-speed manual gearbox which works from the left side of the bike with 1 down and 4 up shift pattern. Royal Enfield bikes are known for their strong low and mid-range, and Classic seems to be their most powerful bike till date. Surely it's a heavy machine, but thanks to its massive torque output, you never feel restricted. It has tall gear ratios which helps you to squeeze maximum out of this 500cc engine. In city traffic, the early torque building brings stability to this bike at slow speeds. The throttle response is really impressive and keeps on improving as you progress. The thumping sound of this engine is very low, which makes less noise pollution. The gear transitions are very smooth and you'll enjoy confident riding. It can cross a speed of 130 km per hour easily. It may not be as fast as you expect, but the way this bike uses its power is really tremendous. The bike is a treat on highways as there is no sign of harshness in this engine. It feels extremely refined and powerful. The serious turbo pulling of this engine can be noticed on hill driving. If you are a solo rider and need a spacious and comfortable bike, then don't look beyond Classic. It offers a very relaxed riding position with front seat foot pegs. It has a wide handlebar which offers a firm grip which moves you a good hold of this bike. The bike has rubber pad on both sides of its fuel tank which gives you a solid knee grip. The visibility of road is perfect and you can enjoy stress-free rides. The Royal Enfield Classic 500 would give you a mileage of 25 to 30 km per litre in city riding conditions, and on highways it will give you something from 32 to 35 km per litre. Now, the biggest plus of Royal Enfield Classic 500 is its exclusivity, and apart from that, it's there is no other competitor for this bike currently in India. Apart from that, it's a complete value for money package, and I absolutely believe that for young boys who would want to go into the world of cruising, this is the first bike that they should choose. And now it's time to review the new Volkswagen Jetta. Well, in India, the Volkswagen has two crucial models, the Polo and the Vento. Now, these are the cars that an Indian can buy at an affordable price and get to experience the German car, and it's both affordable to own and to run. But what the masses mostly find, they don't notice mostly, is the Volkswagen Jetta, which is a mid-size premium sedan and which has its own a small set of enthusiasts. Now this is a premium sedan, so the price would be at that point, and at this price point naturally an Indian buyer, normal Indian buyer, would start craving for an SUV. Anyways, the new Volkswagen Jetta is at its 6th generation, the new facelift is at its 6th generation, and let's see what it has to offer. The Volkswagen's design is all about simplicity. The German car maker likes to keep the design sedate yet elegant, and it actually works for a timeless design for all its machines. Now with the new Jetta, there are slight changes in the exteriors which are not game changing, but still it gives the Jetta a fresher look. At the front, it gets a revised grille with spaced out chrome horizontal slats that now looks in sync with the revised bumper having similar air dam styling and new fog lamps. The bi-xenon headlights remain unchanged though. A revised headlight cluster with continual effect of LEDs would have looked classy here. The lower variants of the Jetta miss out on projectors and LED DRLs. The new Jetta's side profile is ditto as its pre-facelift model, and there are absolutely no changes here. It doesn't even get a new alloy wheel, though it still looks good with the double spoke pattern. The lower trims get a different set of sober looking alloys. The most significant changes are at the rear, which makes the new Jetta look like a proper OD. Volkswagen has made changes on the tailgate to accommodate the sharp looking tail lights. The bumper also gets revised with clean lines. Special mention to the new silk blue metallic color that made us go wow when we first saw it. Now speaking about the changes in the interior, step inside the Jetta and you will actually be disappointed to see that there is apparently not much of change there. I mean, apart from the flat bottom steering wheel, which you have already seen in the new facelifted Polo and Vento, there is not much of a change there. The instrument cluster has been revised and now gets a fatigue detection system, which is apparently a not so important feature to have. However, the revised cluster has a 3D effect to it, which lifts the mood of the cabin. Everything else remains unchanged, including the black and beige dashboard color combination that looks good but with tacky wood accents running in the middle. Glossed black panels would have been appreciated instead of those out of place looking fox wood trims. The center console on the Jetta facelift gets the same touchscreen infotainment system, having 6 CD changer, aux, Bluetooth connectivity and 8 speakers that sound crisp with tight bass. Touch sensitivity is average, but pairing Bluetooth takes some time. You get a similar multimedia unit as the Vento in the lower variants of the Jetta. There is no sunroof on offer, but you don't feel the need of one as the cabin is pretty airy, giving a good sense of space both at the front and rear. Legroom at the back is good enough for buyers who like to be driven around. Boot capacity is impressive, having 510 liters of space. In terms of quality, fit and finish, the Volkswagen Jetta is amongst the best in its class. Everything feels good to touch and long lasting. The new facelifted Volkswagen Jetta comes with 2 engine options, the diesel and the petrol of course, and it's the same engine that you would find in the older iterations. Now it's a 1.4 liter TSI engine, the petrol engine that produces a maximum power output of 122 PS and 200 Nm of torque, and the 2 liter TDI diesel engine that produces a maximum power of 140 PS and a maximum torque of 320 Nm. Performance: Volkswagen continues to offer the same engine options on the Jetta facelift, 1.4 liter TSI petrol and 2 liter TDI diesel. Unfortunately, it doesn't get the lip-smacking 1.8 liter TSI offered on its Czech cousin, the Skoda Octavia. However, the 1.4 liter turbo petrol is powerful enough to give you goosebumps. Don't go by the specifications reading 122 PS and 200 Nm. The 1.4 TSI is a rev-happy unit that puts a wide grin on your face when you push the throttle. It's a silky smooth engine and comes mated to a 6-speed manual gearbox that shifts effortlessly and returns a claimed fuel efficiency of 14.69 km per liter. The 1.4 TSI is only offered in Trendline and Comfortline trims, and there is no automatic transmission option. The 2-liter diesel engine produces the same power of 140 PS with 320 Nm torque. This oil burner feels like eating a watermelon without seeds. It pulls relentlessly from the word go with negligible turbo lag. The entire rev range is an ocean full of torque that leaves you spellbound once you go full throttle. Overtaking cars at high speeds take no effort, just dab the throttle and it surges forward. NVH levels are impressive and the engine gets vocal only near the red line, that's 5500 rpm, which doesn't sound much crude to the ears. The Jetta also cruises very well, doing 100 km/h in top gear at 1800 rpm, which is the beginning of its torque curve and quite good for the highways. Volkswagen offers both 6-speed DSG automatic and manual transmission options with the 2-liter TDI engine. The 6-speed DSG is a fun yet convenient transmission that comes with steering-mounted paddle shifts to control the gears. It's super slick and very intelligent, with changing cogs and returns a claimed fuel efficiency of 16.96 km per liter. Having driven the Volkswagen Jetta, I can definitely say that it is a gem of a car to drive. Now, it has got that pinpoint handling and the engine is sprightly. Now, definitely there are not much of changes in the interiors, but it already had that premium touch of interiors. Now, one more thing, if you are not an SUV lover, I mean, if you can be an SUV lover, but at this price bracket, if you plan to buy a sensible car, then this is one car. End of this week's episode of Green Signal. Next time I'll meet you with more auto news from around the globe. Till then, it's Govind Krishna signing off. Adios.